Okay guys, here we go. I'm getting ready to get us set up for our next episode of the 101 Talking Station with me, EZLO21, and let's go ahead and start our countdown timer and our music that will be playing throughout this entire episode. So here we go. Okay guys, it's time to get started. So let me take off the SNES timer and everything. And now let's switch over to the 101 Talking Station. It's part under streams and stuff, so here we go. Let's switch the Elgato off. And put on the monitor capture here, so hang on. And let's get started with the first thing to talk about and get it out of the way, the emulator rumor, the emulator news and stuff. So, as you can see here on Go Nintendo's website, there is a video of a Nintendo Switch emulator that's popped up here, so let's go ahead and play that and make it bigger. And as you can see here, they're just showing off how they're starting Super Mario Bros. 3 and what all they had to do to get to it. It's called, this is called Peg the Switch by Reswitched. As you can see here now, they're showing off Super Mario Bros. 3 here. They're just showing off a little bit of it. As you can see here, they've speeded up the music a little bit for it. And now they've paused it, so that's pretty much the end of that. So as you can see here, they ended up starting out using Breath of the Wild here to get to it. And also, I'm going to scroll down to my comment on Go Nintendo's website. Put, won't be long till Nintendo takes action against it, so don't get too cozy with this brew, guys. So, as I'm saying here, don't get comfortable with seeing that for very long, guys. And also, while we're on the subject, I popped up the link of where Go Nintendo found it. And if you look here at NintendoLife.com news, 2018-01 video retro emulation finally comes to Switch following homebrew hacking efforts. You can see here how they pretty much done it. And the article and stuff on that, with another video that wasn't shown. And of course, the issue that I am going to have to agree with here is that by opening the door to homebrew apps, these hackers are also allowing pirates to illegally install games on their Nintendo Switch consoles. And I would highly recommend not trying that at home, guys. If you don't want Nintendo to get on you about your Nintendo Switch and kind of brick your systems, I would definitely not do that. So if you want to see a thumbs down for me on that, I'll go for that sound. And now onto the next topic of discussion. Let's go ahead and talk about let's go ahead and talk about schedules now, and save the best thing for last when it comes to news. So my schedule for the rest of this week and on into next week is going to be to do another 101 talking station tomorrow, continuing on where we left off with the Nintendo Direct rumors, even though we're talking about some of them today. We will also talk about any other important news that pops up possibly tomorrow, or if any that's popped up today, on episode 7 of the 101 Talking Station, right after we do some Majora's Mask tomorrow. The reason I'm not doing any more Donkey Kong Country tomorrow is because I started it today and I've done a bunch on it today already. So tomorrow, as far as streaming games on our channel goes, tomorrow is Majora's Mask Day. So be looking forward to where we start the next Majora's Mask dungeon tomorrow in the Great Bay Temple tomorrow. And now, if we get more, if we get the news about a Nintendo Direct Wednesday, possibly either tomorrow or Wednesday, I will talk about that on the 101 Talking Station again, like I said. And then Wednesday will be a short Yoshi's Island stream. And then Thursday, we will be basically talking about the possible Nintendo Direct and the happenings and the stuff that happened on that, if Nintendo has one. And then if they end their Nintendo Direct in time, we will do either more Donkey Kong Country 3, more Yoshi's Island, or more Majora's Mask. Or we'll start yet another different game, maybe Duck Hunt or something, and I could possibly stream that live through the gamepad using the Wii remote. But next, let's see here, for Friday, it'll be another viewer's choice stream where y'all decide what you want to see me play. Now Saturday I won't be here, so I'll be going with my wife to her mom's house for the weekend and relaxing for a little bit, and then we'll be back Monday again at 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time, where I will either do more Donkey Kong Country 3, more Majora's Mask, or we will change it up a little bit and do a Yoshi's Island Monday stream. And that's pretty much our schedule into the start of next week. So, let's move on to the possible Nintendo Direct rumors by going to my Twitter account and let's pop up that tweet from Nintendo. Okay, right here, Nintendo of America. Okay, here's the tweet, guys, that I didn't talk about. I think it was Saturday when it popped up. Let's see here. I'm going to look and see what day it was that... Nope, it was Friday that it popped up that we didn't talk about it. So, from last Friday I should say, it says, what is the secret you're seeking? I know it, ha ha. I can't tell you, it's hiding somewhere and no peeking. Go find it, squawk, squawk. And as we can see here, I'm guessing it either has to do with the Nintendo Direct or the or Fire Emblem. Another possible thing that's going around about it, guys, is that it could be some Super Mario Odyssey downloadable content too, but who knows. But as far as the Nintendo Direct goes, here's a little video that popped up on somebody's YouTube that's already been taken down now, but let me go into my desktop here for a second and find it. Oh, it's in downloads. Here we go. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys, here it is, right here. I'm gonna let it pop up, and I'm gonna turn the sound off of it, though. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm going to pause it right there for a second and mute the sound. And let's make this bigger now. And while we are talking about it, oh, hi there, Tictor Force. Anyway, here we go, guys. I'm going to hide the Restream chat for just a second while we talk about this, guys. Okay, first up, we've got a possible Nintendo Switch folder system, as you can see here, with the old YouTube logo, which is noticed by a lot of people, myself included. That I'm pretty sure the Hulu and the Crunchyroll, or however you say it, logos are old. Now I know the Twitch logos pretty much stayed the same. Anyway, moving on. Okay, let's see here. They're clicking on a sorted by last played, most played alphabetically and custom. The Nintendo Switch most definitely does not have that right now, which is also rumored to be popping up too. We'll find out come Thursday if Nintendo does have a Nintendo Direct. But moving on. Next, as you can see here, they've moved the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe from over here to over here. I don't know if that was done, if you could do that before or not, but anytime you play the game, it'll do it for you. So again, that's pretty much a rumor right now too. Moving on. Okay, now right here where it says to add folder, click create new folder, to add media folder, to add virtual console folder. Now, this right here kind of has everybody, myself included, puzzled and surprised at the same time, but I am going to go ahead and say, let's not get our hopes too high yet, guys, until we know whether Nintendo does talk about Virtual Console in the possible Nintendo Direct. Because if they do, and this turns out to be true, then I'm pretty sure that whoever leaked this video is going to get a lot of flack from Nintendo when it comes to it. Now, if Nintendo wanted them to test it out and just to see people's reactions, now that would be something cool. But moving on. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, down here at the bottom I didn't talk about it, but as you can see right here, there's a possible browser option that pops up right here on the Nintendo Switch, if you can see where my pointer's at. If the pointer's not in there, then look just right of the albums here, and you can see a possible Nintendo Switch browser option right here. Again, also possibly rumored. Moving on to that, as you can see here, they got the NOA Test 063's room, where it says select game, then game mode. You've got arms and friends, one player, and then you got use your smart device, being your cell phone, or use this console. Now, knowing most everybody, myself included here, if this is true, I would definitely love to use my console for a chat room and stuff, and be able to use voice commands and voice chat and stuff instead of using my cell phone here, because I definitely do not want to use my smartphone just to say hello, blah blah blah, stuff like that, in case if I was ever over here and doing a stream or something, and my wife was over at her mom's or something, and she wanted to call me on my cell phone, I wouldn't want to have to go, hello, how are you doing, stuff like that. while talking to somebody on the actual stream through the messaging app or whatever it's going to be called, if they ended up having a chat room and stuff on the Nintendo Switch. But anyway, moving on. As you can see here, they've got your selecting your games and stuff. I'm pretty sure, again, this is a rumor, by the way, guys, that if Nintendo did do something like this, people would end up liking it in the end. Okay, moving on now, we've got, as you can see down here, they got your battery and stuff right here for the Joy-Cons. Let's see here, moving on. Okay, now right here where it says invite friends, it's got NOA Test 60, NOA Test 67, NOA Test 64, NOA Test 69, NOA Test 61, and then other NOA tests down here at the bottom. So again, if this turns out to be true, I'm pretty sure that these will end up having your friends' names and stuff, with your latest friend being up here, where the NOA Test 60 would be at, if they are on. Anyway, hang on just a second, guys. Okay, moving on. Okay, next, I'm going to bring the Restream chat back up here for a second, guys. Oh, that's cool, Tector fan. Anyway, since we're also talking about profiles and stuff on the Nintendo Switch, you've got your online lounge right here, apparently. Then you've got messages, and then you got your usual suspects with profile, friends list, friend suggestion, friend suggestion. Then you got your add friend and your user settings, of course. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave the music right here for just a second. And I'm going to turn off my webcam for just a few minutes here, guys, and I will be right back while you guys look at this screen and some music for a minute. Hi there, Kenny. I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, now here we go. I'm going to put my webcam back on and continue on with our episode now. Here we go. Okay, now we were talking about Emulators 063's page, and we're talking about the online lounge. So here we go. Okay, as you can see here, he clicked on the lounge, and now it's got the invite friends, it's got microphone test, it's got adjust audio mix. Well, hi there, Berto. It's got video. It's got voice sharing. So again, if this turns out to be true, guys, this will definitely be a lot of people's favorite update, and mine included. If it turns out to be true. Anyway, continuing on here. They're getting ready to go to sleep mode, apparently. It's got sleep mode, it's got Emulators 063's room, airplane mode, and it's got down there at the bottom below airplane mode, it's got Cannot enable airplane mode while the console is connected to a TV. Then it said, hang on just a second. Okay, and then if you click on it carefully, guys, it's got the end the room. All other players will be disconnected. And it says got cancel or end. Of course, he ends. Okay, now let's go over here a second. Okay, now it's got create room, invite friends, and enjoy voice chat while gaming via your Nintendo Switch or smart device. Invitation list. You've not received any invitations to join a room. And again, if you're still on, hi Berto. And then of course it goes back to the main menu, or this person's main menu. Okay, now we've got data management. It says this person's system memory is 23.9 GB, then the micro SD is 12.9 GB, and then the cloud storage is where I've got to say, there's got to be more cloud storage than that, guys, if this is true, because the 1.1 gigabyte of storage space is almost halfway full. I'd say about 25 to... No, let me rephrase. I'd say about 45% full, maybe. So again, I definitely do have some issues with the cloud storage right there, because most games like your Breath of the Wild, your Mario Odysseys, just basically your big Nintendo games in general that take up a lot of save space and stuff, that the cloud storage, if you save it to the cloud, will definitely not be enough. Anyway, moving on. Where it's got users, and then you got skip selection screen. It's pretty much the same thing as on there. Now, when it comes to themes, if there really is a theme shop coming to the Nintendo Switch, then the Breath of the Wild, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the Sonic Mania, and any games that you've pretty much got should have a free Nintendo Switch theme in the theme shop for you, if it's true, if it turns out to be true. But again, I'm not holding my breath, and I am not putting this in the I believe it category just yet. Moving on. And now showing off this so-called Breath of the Wild theme, if it does turn out to be turns out to be a Nintendo Switch theme shop, hopefully the themes are pretty much like the games, where if you leave it on there for a little bit, that it'll automatically change in screen. to show off different parts of Breath of the Wild or whatever game's theme you've got. Okay, moving on now. And that was pretty much all of it there, guys. So, as you can see here, let's also talk about how, of course, if you got Splatoon 2, it's got the little icon up here. And then if you let it move on, okay, right here where it shows Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, usually there is a little cloud to indicate that you've downloaded the game if it's a downloaded copy, which is kind of missing, by the way, too, guys, which makes this even more suspicious. Yeah, I do want the Virtual Console to be true too as well, Birdo. Oh, and how do you get YouTube and Twitch on a Nintendo Switch? It's fine. I'll go ahead and make it. Or him, or Dad, or whoever's going to make it.
Dad said he's going to have it.
Well, it's just whatever. We'll probably just find something then. Okay. Anyway, guys, if there is also, like I said before about the YouTube logo, one of the things that makes this suspicious is the YouTube logo right here. That YouTube does not use that logo anymore. They use a different one, and I'm pretty much sure that Hulu and Crunchyroll also use different themes, different themed logos and stuff. So I'm pretty sure they got updated logos as well. Now Twitch, on the other hand, I know uses the same logo, so that pretty much would make the only thing like that true. And then, now if Nintendo uses the old YouTube logo, then that's kind of understandable. But my beef with this part of it right here, guys, is there is no download cloud or whatever to indicate that the game has been downloaded. And hi there, Marcus, or is it Marcos? Anyway, moving on. Like I said before when talking about these folders, I do hope the creating a folder is true. And then speaking of folders, I would definitely want to see, like for the Virtual Console, to have a for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'd want to have, let me go out of the video here for a second and show you my idea for what I'd want to see for the Virtual Console folders and stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna give it a second to pop up, and this is my this is our website right here, by the way, too, guys. Our main website. Now, like for the Nintendo Entertainment System, as you can see here, I'd want the actual Nintendo Entertainment System to pop up right here.
When is my turn to come on?
And like for the Super Nintendo, I want the Super Nintendo one to pretty much look like a Super Nintendo if you do have a Virtual Console folder system and stuff. If it turns out to be true, guys. And yeah, I do want the voice chat to turn out to be true as well, because I do not want to use my cell phone for voice chat. I want to use my Nintendo Switch system itself.
Do you want a hamburger patty? Or do you want to eat it again? Just want to make it a hamburger. Huh? You want a hamburger?
Plain.
I want to ask you guys for this one. What was I just saying? Oh, she bought some new bananas, so I threw that on the way. I want to know how it's lunch.
When we get near the end. Anyway, guys. Speaking of Virtual Console, if Nintendo ends up having the Game Boy in the possible Virtual Console, guys, I definitely want to see them have the original Game Boy and have a possible screenshot for like the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance, so that we can have games like Tetris, Super Mario Land 2.
I'm going to ask you, will one hamburger patty fill you up, or does you need to go ahead and make the soup?
Just do a hamburger, it'll be fine.
Will it fill you up?
Yeah, one's fine with me, Maria.
She wants to know.
Just tell her do hamburger. It's fine with me.
She wants to fill you up. You didn't answer me.
I guess I don't know.
Man, you're so complicated. Just help me here.
I can't. I don't know how many she's wanting to make.
She said, will one hamburger be enough for you?
I guess. Anyway, guys, I also want to see, like I said, and talking about Game Boy, I want to see if there's a way for them to do. No, I'm back, Birdo. It's okay. Anyway, I'd like to see Four Swords come back on the Nintendo, on the possible Nintendo Switch Virtual Console as well as Link's Awakening DX. And I've got Minish Cap already, but it would be nice to have Minish Cap again for those that don't have it. And the same with the Oracle Ages and Oracle Seasons games. And I definitely want to see all the Wario Land games on here on the possible Virtual Console too. Since I'm talking about Virtual Console stuff. And then next, I'm going to talk about possible Super Nintendo games I want to see. I want to see the usual suspects of the A Link to the Past, the Donkey Kong Country games, and then I want to see games like Mario Paint, and Tetris Attack, of course.
She's making us hamburger patty. And then I'm gonna have to make some potato things to go with it that she just got at the store.
Okay. And then, of course, I want to see them bring back the original Yoshi's Island as well.
I was told she should make a whole hamburger to make one.
I'm fine, Birdo. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch this up a second now. Yeah, I'm gonna eat a hamburger when they're done. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna eat hamburgers when they're done. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about possible Nintendo 64 games I want to see. And then we'll get back to the eShop and stuff on the Nintendo Switch's eShop. On the Nintendo Switch's eShop, yeah. So hang on.
I meant to tell you that, to take the trash out again. It's full. Probably empty, but we're emptied out into a cabinet and it's full again.
Okay, and then next, guys, under Virtual Console for possible N64 Virtual Console games, I want to see, like, if they'll do it, Quest 64 re-added, or actually added for the first time. And, of course, you got your usual suspects like Super Mario 64, Smash Brothers, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, of course. But then I also want to see them add Clay Fighter 63 to 3rd, if they can get the permission from the developer called Interplay to do that. And then, of course, your Donkey Kong 64 game as well. And that's pretty much all I want as far as the Nintendo 64 goes. And now, talking about what everybody wants to see the most is a possible GameCube Virtual Console. I'm going to talk about possible GameCube games we want to see. So I'm going to click on GameCube for a second. And I'm going to be right back for a second, guys. And I'm going to hide my webcam again too while I'm gone. So hang on just a second, guys. I'll be right back, guys. Look, have fun looking at my website right here for a second.
Sorry, man, but the reason she wants to take the trash out is because we cleaned underneath the cabinet. I know you just go and put the trash in the trash. Because it needs to be empty. I told her to put, she said it's the only one that wants cheese. She put cheese on her burger, but she's not on ours.
That's fine.
And I told her,
I'm not in the mood for cheese.
I told her that mean you didn't want cheese. She said we can have that and some potato things to go with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the fire.
That's fine. It won't take me but a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm about back. Hang on just a second. Hey. Okay guys, I'm back now, so here we go. Let's get back to talking about Virtual Console for a little bit now. Okay, now under Virtual Console, I definitely want to see Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, and if they do it, Donkey Konga 1 and 2. Then you got your Four Swords Adventure. And then, for those that like F-Zero, you've got your... Oh, my hamburger's not done yet, Birdo. The only thing I was doing, guys, was taking out trash right now, but I'm back. I'm going to, like I said, finish our episode here very soon with our, I'm good. I'm not dropping any frames, Birdo. So there ain't nothing to rest peace about. Yeah, I haven't dropped any frames, so we're good. Anyway, back to the GameCube. I definitely want to see Luigi's Mansion. Oh yeah, and also, if Nintendo would do it for the Nintendo 64, I definitely want to see the original Mario Party. But now, back to the GameCube, I definitely want to see Mario Kart Double Dash. And then you got your usual Mario Party suspects, Mario Party 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then, of course, you know, there's people that's going to say, "Hey, where's Super Mario Sunshine?" Yeah, and I definitely would have to agree with that one. I want to see Super Mario Sunshine on there as well. And then you've got your usual Metroid Prime and your Metroid Prime Echoes. And then you got everybody. Then you've got most everybody's favorite Paper Mario game ever, Paper Mario 1000-Year Door, that I definitely want to see as well. I'll talk about NES in a second, because you know the original Legend of Zelda is going to be on there, Birdo. But as far as the GameCube, I definitely want to see Pikmin and Pikmin 2, of course. And then if Sega would do it, I definitely want to see Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And then you've got your Sonic Mega Collection. You know, I've got that game. Then you got your Sonic Gems Collection, and then your Sonic Heroes. And then, of course, there's going to be people that's also going to say, "Well, where's Star Fox Adventures in your suggestions, EZLO?" And I'm definitely going to say that if you are one of those that like Star Fox Adventures, good for you. And then it'd be cool that it would be that if Nintendo would add it on there, that I'm sure people would buy it. But Star Fox Adventures, honestly, guys, was definitely one of my least favorite Star Fox games. I would definitely want to see Star Fox Assault, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and then, of course, I definitely want to see Wario World on there as well. And the reason I excluded the Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest, guys, is because I'm sure Nintendo would put that one on there eventually in some way, shape, or form now. It'd be kind of impossible for Nintendo to re-add Wind Waker because of the Tingle Tuner, unless Nintendo kind of redoes the Tingle Tuner code to where you can link your Nintendo Switch to a possible GBA port or something. So the original Wind Waker, guys, would definitely be out of the question there. Now, Twilight Princess, on the other hand, I can definitely see them re-adding that one. And then, if Nintendo surprises us by doing it, let's go ahead and talk about possible DS and 3DS games coming. As far as the DS and DSi games go, guys, I would definitely want to see Super Princess Peach, Kirby Superstar Ultra, and I definitely want to see the Mario and Luigi games on there. And I'm talking about DS. I'm talking about DS games right now, Berto. We'll get to 3DS in a minute. I definitely want to see them put Mario Kart DS back on there. And I loved Mario Party DS, by the way, guys. I definitely want to see that one on there. And what would a DS Virtual Console be without New Super Mario Brothers, guys? And then, of course, you'd have your Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, of course. And then you've got your Super Mario 64 DS and your Star Fox Command. And I've already talked about Super Princess Peach. And then you've got Tetris DS and Wario Master of Disguise and Yoshi's Island 2, or Yoshi's Island DS as I'd prefer to call it. But actually, I'd prefer calling Yoshi's Island DS as Yoshi's Island 2. And then, of course, you know, there's people that's going to want Yoshi's Touch and Go, which I would wonder why. Because I've personally never played that game, and I'm definitely not one for it. And then you got Donkey Kong King of Swing. I definitely want to see it too. Hang on just a second, guys. Okay, here we go. Now let's get on to Wii, and then we'll talk about 3DS Virtual Console. Okay, as far as the Wii Virtual Console goes, guys, even though I've got these games, I definitely want to see Donkey Kong Country Returns, GoldenEye 007, Kirby's Epic Yarn. Then you've got your usual Mario Kart Wii, you've got your Mario Party 8 and Mario Party 9. Hey, let's see here. Then you've got your Metroid Prime 3 and Metroid Other M. And New Super Mario Brothers Wii. And then you've got your Pikmin, of course.
I'll go back and check on our potatoes.
Okay, and then next, I definitely want to see them re-add Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2. And I definitely want to see them re-add Super Paper Mario. And then you got your Smash Brothers and Skyward Sword, and then, of course, if they ended up adding Wind Waker and Twilight Princess in, I would definitely want the HD remakes of them to come back on for the Nintendo Switch, even though I've got them. And then I definitely want to see Wario Land Shake It. And then, of course, you got your Wii Sports games, of course. And that'd be pretty much all I'd want to see as far as Wii. Now, let's go on to 3DS. Okay, for 3DS, I would definitely want to see Animal Crossing, your Link Between Worlds as a remake for the Nintendo Switch. And then you've got your Box Boy games. And then I'm going to also say, just put it before me.
I licked your mom too of them.
Okay.
She wanted hers back in the fire.
Yeah, okay. And as far as the 3DS applications and games go, guys, I definitely want to see Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, definitely not Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I definitely want to see them redo Mario Kart 7.
Do you need a fork for your meat? Or you just want to pick up your hands and eat it?
I'll probably get a fork.
Oh, you have to go on. I forgot to get one.
Let's see here. And I definitely want to see Mario Party Island Tour. And let's see here. Next, New Super Mario Brothers 2.
You come and eat what's hard.
And then, let's see here.
It's going to get cold if you're not coming and eat it.
I definitely want to see Triforce Heroes, I guess. Super Mario 3D Land. And New Yoshi's Island. But I'm going to let this go for a second, guys, and eat for just a second and let the music go.
Your mom made the hamburger and I made it. Everything. What did your mom say?
This one right here.
Got me?
No, for me.
Oh, half that? What did you say here? I don't want to give me a fork. I can eat mom with it. I can eat mom meat with it. Well, I can do that. Stab it. What did your mom say about how cut to you? What did you tell her? I'm gonna open it and wait for the drop. It's got some ice cream too. These are the potatoes and things you got today in the store. See, I told her that we didn't want out to eat on it today yesterday. much my phone? Come on. So you tell me I'll be on there.
I want to get the guest working.
How long is that?
They'll be under the Q&A and stuff too.
You got the Q&A yet? How much longer is it till you get there?
After I'm done calling off from the console, and I'll get eat, but I'll get choked.
We got water now.
About to say, you put it on the refrigerator.
Not yet. Not. I do it.
I said I care to, because I'm still got the talking station that we need to finish. Okay, guys, we're back. Here we go. Okay, now, as I was talking about with a 3DS Virtual Console, I would definitely also wouldn't be against seeing Metroid Prime Federation Force as well. Yeah, it was good, Birdo. But you can talk about Tamagotchi Life now too, Birdo, since we're on 3DS. Another thing I'd want to see from Nintendo, if they would do it, is to bring back the swap note. Okay, now let's move on to Wii U games that I'd want to see them remake. To pretty much cover we can cover. As far as Virtual Console, I didn't talk about the Virtual Boy yet either, so I'll save the Virtual Boy for last. But as far as Wii U games that I know are coming, they're being remade for the Switch. Well, if people would rebuy Hyrule Warriors or Hyrule Warriors 3D again, then that would be cool, Birdo. But we know Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2's coming for the Switch. But I definitely see Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Donkey Kong Island, or Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And then, of course, like I've mentioned before, see them re-release Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HDs for the Nintendo Switch. And then, of course, we've already got Mario Kart 8. I definitely want to see them do Mario Party 10 again. And Wii Fit, that would be a maybe for me. I definitely want to see them re-release Super Luigi U, though, and new Super Mario Brothers U for the Nintendo Switch as well. But another game I definitely want to see them either remake or make a sequel to it, if they would fix the kinks in it, is Nintendo Land. And now, then you've got your Mario Party Color Splash. I'm kind of iffy on that one. But Pikmin 3 would definitely be a good game to re-release, as well as Splatoon. And if they would fix the motion controls and stuff in Star Fox Zero, then that would definitely be a worthy game to remake or to remaster. And now, a lot of everybody is definitely wanting to see a Super Mario Maker 2, and I have to agree with that one. And then here, you've got your Xenoblade Chronicles X, that would be an okay game to remake, as well as Yoshi's Woolly World as well, and that pretty much takes care of those games. Okay, moving on in the Virtual Console and eShop realms, let's go to 3DS Virtual Console. Yeah, I pretty much talked about the original Game Boy games and stuff already, so... Oh yeah, I didn't talk about Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy either, though, so if anybody would want to see that one, that'd be cool too. Okay, now let's move on to the Virtual Console. The only games on the Virtual Boy that let's move on to Virtual Boy. The only games I'd want to see from that would be Wario Land and the Mario Clash games. But as far as Virtual Boy goes, those would be the only two games that I'd want to see them even remotely try to remake into newer graphics and everything. And that pretty much does it for the Virtual Console section. So let's go ahead and get into the special guests and the QAs and stuff. So let's go ahead and switch over to the Elgato and put on the Switch eShop menu. So hang on just a second while I do that, guys. Okay guys, we're about ready to have the Switch eShop and the special guests and everything. So hang on just a second. Get this to pop up. And if my wife wants to, she can start coming over here with me if she wants to. Just let me move the webcam over a little bit to fit her in. So give me just 1 second on that, guys. Okay, here we go on the special guests and everything, everyone. Now let's go to the Nintendo Switch eShop. And I'm going to put in my password, of course, so here we go. Okay, now let's talk more about the eShop. If y'all have any games that you recommend besides the one that I talked about with Versus Super Mario Brothers, you can go ahead and talk about them since we're talking about eShop and stuff too. But anyway, here we go. As far as games that I would recommend that I also don't have yet, I would go ahead and recommend, let me find it just a second and I'll tell you, hang on. Well, I would go ahead and recommend Ultra Street Fighter 2 as well, since I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. And also, I would recommend Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And if you're a Resident Evil fan, I would definitely recommend Resident Evil Revelations. And also, I'm also going to say that if you have any questions, you can go ahead and we can go ahead and start the Q&A session too. So if you have a question for my wife, then or me, then go ahead. And I'll give y'all plenty of time to think up a question. Because this pretty much gets to our Q&A sessions now too, so I've got a question for y'all as well. What virtual console games, if Nintendo adds the virtual console to the Nintendo Switch, would y'all recommend? And also, I would recommend Rocket League and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle as well. And if you like Batman, I would recommend Batman and the Telltale series. And as you can see here, guys, there's Hulu. So if you got a Hulu account, you can go ahead and add that on there. And also, there's Uno for those that like, who likes to play Uno. As for me, as far as one of the next games I will be getting for the Switch, I am definitely going to be considering Sonic Forces, but I'm going to wait until it has another price drop, and then I'm going to buy it when it's on sale. Oh, that's cool, Berto. And then if you like Monopoly, I definitely recommend Monopoly as well. And of course, you know, everybody, myself included, is going to recommend Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, so there's no big deals there. And then, of course, if you like Fire Emblem, go ahead and get Fire Emblem Warriors as well. Okay, let's see if there's anything else to recommend on here. I would definitely recommend Golf Story.
No, be using that food.
Okay, next I'm going to check the frame rate again, guys, real quick. Okay, here we go, guys. Next, I'm also going to say, even though they haven't released it yet, I would recommend Mega Man 11. And also, for here, guys, I definitely recommend Arcade Active's Mario Brothers. And while I'm on that subject, let's show off some of those screenshots. Oh, she's back. Go ahead and say hi if you want to. You can talk, Ray. You don't have to be quiet. You're a guest.
Hi.
Anyway, as you can see here, I'm showing off Arcade Active's Mario Brothers. And that's pretty much all those screenshots. Now, let's scroll down and see if there's anything else I would recommend. Okay, right here, for example, if you like Pokemon, I'd go ahead and recommend Pokken Tournament Deluxe.
NBA.
Yeah, if you guys do like basketball, then yeah, I would recommend the NBA 2K18. Now, if you like Legos, I definitely recommend Lego Worlds.
Minecraft.
And I would definitely recommend Minecraft as well. And of course, you know I'm going to recommend Sonic Mania, guys, because it's the best Sonic game to come out in quite a while. The reason there's no price tag on mine is because I've already bought it. But the original price for it is basically $20 or $19.99 plus tax, unless you go to, unless you're in like Alaska or something like that don't have any taxes. And then if you do it that way, it's just $19.99 or $12.99 or whatever the price is for whatever game you decide to get. And also, let's see here. Of course, I would recommend Splatoon 2. Okay, let's see here. If you liked Cave Story, I would recommend Cave Story Plus. And then I'm kind of between recommending and not recommending ARMS. Now, I would recommend whatever this Genie game is right here. And then, of course, I've talked about Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers. So again, I would highly recommend it. And then, of course, I talked about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, if you like Puyo Puyo, and if you like Tetris, I would recommend Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Lego.
And again, if you like Legos, I would recommend Lego City Undercover 2. And of course, there's Snake Pass. I would recommend World of Goo as well, if you liked it on the Wii. There's Little Inferno as well. And then there's, of course, Shovel Knight and Snipper Clips. And I'm kind of between recommending and not recommending 1-2 Switch. But I would recommend Fast RMX Racing. But I would recommend both Shovel Knight games, and then Super Bomberman R, of course.
Just Dance.
And I would also recommend I Am Setsuna. Now, if you are a Just Dance fan, then yeah, I would recommend the Just Dance games. But if you're not, then of course you know of course to ignore it. And that's pretty much the end of the recommendations section now. Now let's look under the coming soon. Okay, under coming soon, let's see here. World to the West, maybe. And then if you like scary games, maybe Nightmare Boy. Then there's Inner Space. And then if you like scary games, maybe Brawl. And I would recommend Super Meat Boy, for sure. And since we're talking about it, here are some screenshots of it. And that's pretty much the end of the Super Meat Boy screenshots. And that's pretty much all I know to recommend under the new games, guys. Oh, hi there, I guess it's Carmella. Okay, anyway, now let's move on to the games that are on sale. The Escapists 2. Don't know, Birdo. Let's look at it. Yeah, maybe. If you like the original Escapists. Oh, and there was somebody that was over on YouTube for a second, Birdo. And okay, that's, like I said, that's pretty much for all the recommendations now. And then here are your best sellers right here. I would recommend Stardew Valley too. And then of course, maybe and maybe Human Fall Flat. And here's a little video on that.
Experience the critically acclaimed physics puzzle adventure, Human Fall Flat. Traverse extraordinary dreamscapes, using only real-world physics and your wits. You do have wits, right? Uncover the secrets of an ancient temple. Lay siege to a medieval castle. And ride a dumpster off a cliff, because reasons. Pull stuff, push stuff, carry stuff, buy stuff, track stuff, burn stuff. The only limits are your twisted imagination and the untwistable laws of gravity. Solve surreal puzzles alone, or with the help or hindrance of a friend in local co-op. Customize your character with all the cool skills. Then, face each challenge head-on. Or break all the rules any way you want. Human Fall Flat.
Yep, like I said, I pretty much put this one on either the recommend or not recommend list, depending upon what your favorite game, depending upon if this is in your genre that you like. And then of course y'all seen Rocket League before, so for those that haven't seen Stardew Valley, as you can see here, get back into the eShop again to show Stardew Valley. Okay, now let's show off Stardew Valley a little bit. There we go. Because there is a lot of people that like Stardew Valley. So, I would definitely recommend this as well. There's no question about this one. And like I said, I would recommend Minecraft Nintendo Switch version, or Nintendo Switch Edition. And there's your Mario skin. More of it. And then you've got your regular version of it. And there we go, guys. And that's pretty much all I would know to recommend right now. So, let's go ahead and get into the Q&A session. If y'all haven't thought up a question, then go ahead real quick, because we will be ending this 101 talking station with EZLO21 at 8 o'clock. So, if you got any questions for me, or for Maria, then go ahead and ask. And while y'all think of a question, I'm gonna ask Berto a question. Anyway, here we go, Berto. What would you want to see at a possible Nintendo Direct? I know I've asked that before, but seeing as how the subject's going to be coming up until after we have one, then what would you recommend when it comes to what you'd want to see on the on a possible Nintendo Direct?
Yes. I don't know if he's asking me or you, but
yeah, they know I stream.
they don't care.
But yeah, they don't care, like she said.
I didn't know if he's asking me or you that question.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I'm not gonna answer that because he already answered it.
Okay, anyway, like I said, what would you want to see from a possible Nintendo Direct, Berto? And I'll top it out for you too. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to see them talk about another Smash Brothers and the YouTube app as well. Yeah, that would be cool to see videos and stuff on the go. And now something that I definitely want to see is a possible Nintendo Switch internet browser with Flash support in case I want to play some emulator games like Tetris Attack or whatever on my Nintendo Switch on the go. And I would like to see Nintendo kind of update the Nintendo Switch's main menu here, as you can see, so you can have folders and stuff like we talked about in the earlier portion of this. In the earlier portion of this 101 talking station. Also, if you have any other questions for Maria, you can go ahead and ask her. So I'm going to let her get done being on here and do what she wants to do now. So do you have any questions for her? A Google browser, a Google search, what, Berto? Okay, as you can see there, guys, our frames are still good, so well, me, as far as Google, I would want to see a Google search for games in the eShop, or just a Google search bar. Okay, now as far as the Switch's menu, or profiles and stuff, but yeah, she saw, as she told you, I answered for her, because I answered for myself too. So as you can tell, we're both on agreement that the relationship is pretty good. And as far as the Switch's profile menus and stuff would go, I would definitely want to see them get rid of the friend code system again, and just have the Nintendo account system pop up with your Nintendo Network ID on it instead, because that would be a lot better. Okay, and that's pretty much the end when it comes to the friend, and as far as the Nintendo Switch profile goes.
Any more questions?
So yeah, like Maria said, do you have any more questions before we get ready to end off this particular 101 talking station?
And watch wrestling.
That's fine, and because tomorrow we'll have another talking station episode when it comes to more direct rumors and stuff. But I'm gonna let her read this question out and answer it for you.
I don't care. You're not being mean.
And see, you can tell she's not mad. She don't care, because she gets her TV time when she's not helping babysit.
That's true.
And anyway, just to end this Nintendo, just end off this 101 Talking Station episode, guys, I'm going to show off my Nintendo Switch album and videos. And I'm not going to make them bigger though, because that would take forever. Oh, that's cool. I think I got one last question for you though, Berto. Give me a second to think it up. What else, as far as the virtual console systems or games, would you want to see besides just The Legend of Zelda? Be it the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, the GameCube, the Wii, the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, or what? What systems and games would you want to see come to the Nintendo Switch's virtual console, if they have one? And I'll give you about 3 or 4 minutes to answer that. And then once you answer, I'll give my own answer after that. And that'll be the last of, and that's the last of the Q&A sessions after that too, guys. After Berto answers his question, after Berto answers my question, and after I give my answer too. Oh, that's cool. For me, as far as virtual console, other than Tetris Attack and stuff like that I've mentioned before, I would definitely want to see, for the Game Boy side, I'd want to see Bubble Bobble. I'd want to see, like you said, the original Tetris. I would definitely want to see definitely the original Mega Man games and Mega Man X games come back. Another game that I hadn't talked about that I definitely want to see, if whoever owns the Batman license would do it, I want to see the original Batman games from the Nintendo Entertainment System come back on there too, or come on there for the first time, in fact. And well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end off this particular episode of the 101 Talking Station, and we will be back tomorrow for a shorter episode than this, with more Directing Rumors Part 2, where we talk about what I think Nintendo might do with their Nintendo Direct, if they have one. So, let's go ahead and switch over to our ending scene here and say goodbye I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for tuning in to the 101 Talking Station with EZLO21. And I'm going to let my wife Briga go ahead and say her goodbyes too.
Goodbye, everybody.
And we will see you tomorrow for 101 Talking Station Episode 7. Directing Rumors Continuation Part 2. Either before or after we do some more Majora's Mask. So, again, goodbye and thank you for tuning in, guys, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you on the Bang Bang Potato channel, the Furlot channel, or the West Nemo channel too, by the way, if you're on too, guys. Goodbye, everyone.